are a few months away from one of the most important elections in modern history. And yesterday, you know who made a stunning suggestion, even for him, that the election should possibly be delayed because of the threat of mail-in voter fraud. It would make it, quote, the most inaccurate and fraudulent election in history. You know, I guess he likes to think he still has absolute power, like he's a king. But does he have the authority, Sonny? I have to ask, though I know the answer. Does he have the authority to do this?
No, he doesn't have the authority. Luckily, the Constitution gives Congress the power to set the date for voting. And what's interesting to me is that the date for voting has always been Congress has required the appointment of presidential electors to take place on the Tuesday after the first Monday in November, which this year is November 3rd, since 1845. Since 1845. Yeah. So I don't understand why this president, who we know is not a student of constitutional law, really just thinks that he can throw this stuff out there, not only challenging the Constitution, but also calling into question the very fabric of our democracy, which is voting, you know, and the free democracy that we should all be enjoying. And that's what's scary. And I think he's doing it as a distraction. I think he wants to distract somebody from the disastrous economy, and I think he wants to distract everyone from certainly the global pandemic, which he's handled so terribly. Right. I think that's what this is about. Right. And he's also scared. He's scared about the election.
Yeah. This is not the only tweet of his that's disturbing you right now, Joy. Is that right?
Yes. Well, he had another tweet this week that shows his fear-mongering and his desperation, and he's trying to scare suburban moms right now, and it's right out of his playbook from 1973 with his father when they were charged with discriminating against black tenants. His tweet was, the suburbs will no longer be bothered or financially hurt by having low-income housing built in your neighborhood. This is a blatant racist tweet. He's not even using a dog whistle anymore. And, you know, housing discrimination is, to my view, a major part of systemic racism. It really, redlining is so destructive to the black community. And I've said this before on the show, as a white person, I'm allowed to live wherever I want. I don't think that it even occurs to white people that they would be told, no, you can't buy that house. You can't live in that neighborhood where the schools are better and the hospitals are better. So he is now trying to undo something that's been there. And, of course, Obama had it in the Fair Housing Act, and he's rescinded it last week. And now he's scaring suburban moms. I pray, and I'm not a religious person, I'm praying that suburban housewives and women out there and their husbands will not buy into this lie, this disgusting, despicable, racist lie.
Could the economic report that just came out be a reason he wants to delay the elections, Megan?
He's not going to delay the elections. As Sonny said, he doesn't have the power to do it. The judicial branch would never let it happen. The legislative branch would never let it happen. It's just a way to troll the media, which he's doing well. And you're right, the unemployment numbers that just came out, the U.S. economy contracted 33% since April, 1.4 jobless claims. There's 17 million Americans currently collecting unemployment benefits, and I do think he doesn't want us talking about that.
True that. And I just want to say, you know, when they say low-income housing, you know, that a lot of people in our country work with low-income housing. It's not just black people, it's white people, it's folks who don't make a lot of money, who want a better place to live for their kids. So I'm hoping that people are smart enough to know that those 1965 to 74 scare tactics should not be working on people who actually live in real life. Now, yesterday, the great John Lewis was laid to rest, but just like he did throughout his entire life, he left an inspiring parting message that I am encouraging every American to read. It's in the New York Times, but I'm pretty sure you can look it up and find it on the internet, because if you're feeling like we don't have what we need to move forward, read this. because he's basically telling us it's inside us to do, that we can make the changes we need to make if we're only willing to make them.